I was telling them about our phones and the RFID chips in our credit cards and everything. I said there will be people walking through the crowd just collecting data off these chips to see who's attending these parties. And then you're going to be classified and put into these groups.
It's funny to bring this kind of stuff up.
And searched out. And it's no longer conspiracy talk. This shit is going on.
I have a theory that we need to pronounce to people. And this is an idea, so take it if you want or not. But you're giving your phone information every time your thumb hits the screen. That's what's happening, right? What happens if somebody gives the phone some misinformation? Like, imagine you surfed ads that you don't even have any interest in, like a Hot Pockets ad, and start like, I love these things. I'm going to eat one in 10 minutes. You know, in 3 weeks, you get a Hot Pockets ad like, hey, 50% off Hot Pockets or something. Like, not only are you testing the system that we're dealing with, but you're giving it bad information. Maybe you fucking don't like Hot Pockets. Maybe you're looking at women's underwear on Wish, or maybe that's a bad choice right there. Maybe you're looking at, like, mountain climbing gear, and you're not a mountain climber. Look at the shit. And if you start seeing more of it, you start learning the system. Fuck that thing. My point is, give it bad shit so it doesn't really know who the fuck you are. Well, the guy's a mountain climber, sniffs women's underwear. I don't know. What? There's got to be an excuse. And then, of course, your average, hey, you know what's a really good way to do it is to just because you wouldn't do it, I like to think I'll just go to a porn site. That way it looked like I was, so I fit in.
You just hope that there's not a lady like a half a block away that's panty drawer got rifled through, exactly right. And right behind her house is a mountain the guy had to scale to get there.
I can see it.
You know, then they're like, yeah, there's a guy 2 doors down was researching.
We got the fall, man.
Panties and mountain climbing.
That's exactly right. Look at the evidence. Overwhelming evidence. The man looks at underwear every day, Your Honor.
So don't make yourself look too crazy while looking at other stuff that you
gotta
really
convince a jury of 12. You gotta convince, and they're gonna have to convince that I'm not a lunatic in the sense that I'm a goof off. So fuck you. We're allowed to be, that's what I'm trying to say with the cancel culture, what I'm trying to get to. You start talking about what you can and can't do, there's such a fine line there. And a lot of the studies I've found is who's the one that's going to say what you can and can't do? Who's that person?
That's already there. There's already people that have figured out them algorithms. And we're just here to do our part. And by being normal and presenting our thoughts, you're drawing the own line.
Who regulates the algorithm?
There's people in Google that are paid to do this.
And they have high moral standards.
Not necessarily. Some of them are younger than us, just fresh out of college, real lonely, jacked off their whole life. They've never had a piece of ass, and they're making the rules for me and you.
You might say they were like willing
participants,
vets of the Army that are going to fight for our country because they're ready to do anything they need to get a few bucks, and they don't mind doing and laying it on the line. But these are minds where the prefrontal cortex isn't fully developed, so they can't even really rationalize a good thought. And then Google pumps them for what they know about their peers.
The same exact thing as sending them off to the military, but they send them off to these digital surveillance rooms where they can be told what to take away or add to the matrix and how we're going to go about getting it. And as soon as they infiltrate or, add whatever they want to or take away from the system, then bloom, all of a sudden it disappears and they get everything exactly the way that they had planned for. They won't make a move or a shift like that unless it's beneficial for them across the whole spectrum. And that's why like a worldwide shutdown or all these fear tactics of everyone hiding in their houses and fallout shelters and building underground shit, that's unnecessary. If we go into hiding and these shutdowns are across the board, we're no longer feeding the system, the giant that uses us, to buy their goods that they're producing. So, those people and their conglomerates, they only benefit off of us, the people that are, the stakeholders, and
people that they can influence
until they completely get us to where everything's Amazon directly shipped and people don't go to stores anymore. If they shut down every store, and then everyone, that's the importance of us going and buying our goods too.
There's something really important about that.
If we keep getting everything shipped to us and we get relying on that and everyone is staying at home, then all of a sudden they can, whenever they want, they could shut it down. They'd still have their factories or people in the factories Maybe they lock them in the factory so they stay producing. Like the Chinese keep them on methamphetamines. They work 20 hours a day,
and
they keep on producing.
I was gonna